Hello, in this video we're going to see step by step how you can upload your customers data, your contact lists inside WayMore Campaign Manager. First of all, you need to select to send a new campaign, and you can do that either clicking here or the blue button Send a Campaign. It's absolutely the same. Once you do that, you have two options, either create a standard campaign or one based on event triggering. Let's see and create a standard campaign from scratch. So you click here and you have the plus button that says click here to add your campaign audience. Once you're here and you see the wizard that we are in the audience step, you have too many different options about creating groups, segmentations, and uploading new contacts. We're going to see all of them. Let's start with uploading for the first time a new contact list. When you click here, you have two options. You can either add a file with all your contacts, all your customers' data, or add manually fewer contacts, one or two, and you want to add them separately. We're going to see both. If you want to add a file with all your contacts, it must be in a specific format file. And this can be a .csv file, .text, .excel, or XLX file. Once you have your file ready with all the customer's information like last name, first name, mobile phone, email, you can drag and drop here from your PC, or you can click browser, you can find your specific file, click it and open it. If your file is correct with the appropriate format, you're going to have a check and you're going to see a preview that everything is okay, and you can move on to continue to the next step, that is matching your contacts. So when we press continue, you need to match the WayMore defaults with the custom labels. So depending on which data you have inside your file, you're going to see some of them like the last name, the first name, the mobile, the email, and I also have the hometown. So now you need to associate this information with the labels that are going to be appearing. So for the last name, we need the last name, the first name in the same way of thinking, the mobile. In the mobile, you can click and have the options of in which channel to use it, SMS or Viber. You can select or unselect something. Email goes for the email. And in case you have something in your file that doesn't exist inside the WayMore platform, like the hometown, if we search, I'm not having this label, I don't have this option, so I can go and create the same label that I need for the customer's data. So hometown it is, and if I click the plus button, the label will be created here, and they need to select what type of data will be inserted. It will be a text, a number, a date, or a currency, so it will be text in my case. Now that the matching is done, you can also normalize local phone numbers according to selected country. In my case, this is Greece, and I have the prefix of +30 for my phones. It is already checked to normalize this. You can unselect it, and you can move on to continue with the inspection stage. Once you click that, the platform makes an automation and checks how many valid contacts we have, how many duplicates, or how many invalid contact entries we have in case we have a mistypo or maybe a symbol or something is incorrect. Once we have all the valid entries, I can go to continue and assign this specific contact list to a specific group. Every contact list needs to be linked to a specific group. You can either create a new group depending on your contact list, or you can use an existing one that already exists from a different contact list. Let's say here that I'm going to have a new one, a new group. Then I have the option to select my policy for duplicate entries. I can keep All entries, old and new. I can replace the older ones with the new ones in case I have an update or ignore duplicates and have nothing. So I created my group. I should go and finish. Once you do that, you have selected your audience and you go to the next step, that is channels. But anytime you want, you can go back to the audience and do all the changes that you want. So here we have the new contact list that we uploaded and we have 4 recipients. As I promised, I'm going to show you how we can add contacts manually. And you can go here in the same way of thinking. First, you need to add your labels, what information you have in your file about your customers' data. So maybe you have first name, comma, last name, mobile, email, etc. Once you have all the labels that appearing in your file, in the same way of thinking, you can add manually your contact. So in my case, this is going to be John Smith, and his email is johnsmith@smith.com, etc. So whatever information you have, you can add them, then press enter and enter your next contact. Continue in the same way of thinking. A match will be done, an inspection, and then you need to assign them to a specific group. Once you do that, you can find your new contacts inside an existing group or to a new one that you just created. Thank you for watching.